Yeah. If our love's a tragedy, why are you my remedy? If our love's insanity, why are you my clarity? Oh shit, what the fuck? Yo, this type of bug might be relevant. This kind of bug might be significant. Can you see? That kind of bug might be spiritually significant to you. I don't know. Me. Anyways, I don't even have a fucking message today, bro. I basically just wanted to talk about some crazy shit that was on my mind, bro. And just wanted to do a yap session again today, bro. And yeah, I basically wanted to talk about just the magnitude of this motherfucking physical reality, bro. The magnitude of this world, bro, and the vastness of it all, bro. Like, I really just, like, can we stop and talk about that shit, bro? Like, we really live in such a massive motherfucking physical reality, y'all. And I don't even know if y'all ever heard about that saying, like, oh, it's such a small world we live in. What a small world we live in. Like, nigga, no, it's not, bro. Like, it's really not, like, at all. Like, I really want to, like, know where the fuck that saying even came from, bro. Because, like, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. To me, it seems like, I just, like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like the CIA low-key, like, implemented that shit, like, it, like, as a saying, as a way to, like, subconsciously program us into thinking that we're living in some shit that we aren't, bro. Because how the fuck is this shit small whatsoever, nigga? Like, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Due to, like, the magnitude and the vastness of this physical reality, bro, we are literally living so isolated and so apart from one another that is fucking crazy. And it's all because of how big the world is and how fucking big this physical reality is, y'all. Like, think about that shit. Like, for one example, y'all, I want y'all to think about oceans for a second. Like, as long as we've been here on planet Earth, ever since you were born, oceans have been here on planet Earth. So we grew up with oceans, and we grew up thinking that this shit was normal. We grew up thinking that this was just a natural way of life. This is how life is. This is just normal, right? But I don't think people really think enough about, like, the implications of being separated by, like, vast bodies of water, like being separated by hundreds of thousands of millions of motherfucking miles of water, being separated by it. I don't think people really think about the implications that has on all of us, like, all together as human beings. So I remember that I was on Reddit one time and somebody had asked this really good question. It was actually a really thought-provoking question. They had said, what if Earth was the size of Jupiter? How would that affect humans? How would that affect culture? How would that affect how humans evolved up until now? How would that affect society, basically, if Earth was the size of Jupiter, if Earth was as massive as Jupiter? And one of the top comments, it was actually like a really cool answer, but it made me think. But he said, basically, long story short, what he said is that if Earth was that massive, if Earth was really that big, then one side of the Earth and another side of the Earth would essentially be like completely different realities. Like, it would be like completely different planets, basically. Like, living on one side and then going to the other side, it's like you're experiencing a completely different planet, basically, because it's just so vast. He said that as humans spread out, cultures they start to develop apart from one another. So, like, you know how they say on Earth, all humanity originated in Africa, and then they started settling other places, right? So wherever the fuck it started off, they're saying that, like, far away, the cultures, like, it's gonna be so far away because Earth is the size of Jupiter, right? So it's gonna be so far away on the other side of the planet that these two cultures don't interact with each other. Therefore, this culture right here, it starts developing independently on its own, and it eventually becomes nothing like this culture, right? And then they also said that languages start developing independently of one another. So essentially, a country on this part of the world is going to have a completely different language than this part of the world. Even the roots are going to be different because they just don't interact with each other due to the vast distance. So they just grow apart, right? And they said that was how shit would be if Earth was the size of Jupiter. I wish that I replied because I had like a really profound thought and it was enough to make it into a video. I was like, bro, that's, if you actually think about it, that's literally describing what we live on Earth, bro. Everybody is literally growing apart from one another, bro. I don't know if y'all niggas understand. So basically what the person who answered the question was saying was essentially that if Earth was the size of Jupiter, if it was that vast, and if people were that spread apart, he was saying that one part of the world would be completely different than another part of the world, almost as if it's two different planets, right? That was what he was saying. But that's literally Earth, bro. If you actually think about this shit for a second, bro, And like, I'm about to talk from like the viewpoint of like a physical human being for a second. So just imagine that all of this shit is real for a second. So literally on, like, think about this shit for a second, bro. On one side of the motherfucking world, like, entire countries can literally get fucking carpet bombed right now. And like, the other side of the world is completely like largely unaffected by it. Like, think about this shit for a second, bro. Like, if you're watching this shit from like the viewpoint of your room, or if you're watching this shit from your room, the viewpoint of your room. I try to do hard to fucking talk fancy as shit. If you're watching this shit from your motherfucking room, nigga. If you're watching this shit from your motherfucking room, look outside your window real quick, bro. Just open your blinds and look outside the window and take in everything that you see. And take in all the details. And just observe for a second, bro. Just observe. Look it out the window and just observe everything that you see. Now imagine if niggas were dropping atom bombs on that shit. Imagine if that shit was being actively carpet bombed as you literally look outside the window. I guarantee you, if that shit was happening right outside your window, you would give a fuck. But the thing is, we are literally, when it comes to another country that is separated by millions of miles of little ocean, bro, on the other side of the world, they can literally get carpet bombed and wiped off the face of this planet, and the other side of the world literally would not even give a fuck. Because they literally walk around every day as if nothing even happens, bro. That's literally how vast this motherfucking earth is. Think about that shit for a second, bro. And shit, realistically, bro, we don't even gotta think that far ahead, bro. Can we talk about these imaginary motherfucking lines that they draw on the map, separating these into these imaginary states and these imaginary fucking countries and shit, bro? It's all fucking one landmass, and then we draw these imaginary lines separating the shit. It's all just subconscious programming to get us to subconsciously think that we're apart from one another, bro. We're literally on the same fucking land, and they fucking draw these imaginary lines. Like, and I just want to give y'all one example real quick, just to like show y'all how far apart we're living from one another, even within our own country, within these imaginary fucking lines and shit. So I'll use police brutality as an example, and police brutality and black people and shit. So imagine that there was another black person who got killed in like New York or something, right? Another police brutality incident happened in New York in America, right? The only group that is realistically affected by this is black people, bro. The rest of the motherfucking country goes about their day as if nothing even fucking happened. They don't even give a fuck. They're largely unaffected by it because we're living so far apart from one another, bro. But I don't think niggas understand, bro. If we were all as one, bro, like imagine if we weren't separated. Imagine if there was no ocean separating us. Imagine if there was no imaginary lines. Imagine if we were just on one fucking landmass. Imagine if that was all the world ever was, just one landmass, right? So I'll use my slipper for example, this fake ass motherfucking Yeezy slide from Temu. Imagine this fake ass Yeezy slide is like the entirety of our land, right? This is all of the landmass, and the rest of it is just water and shit. So all human beings on the physical reality live on this one landmass, right? So I'm gonna be talking about my home planet Hadar for a second, bro, to use this analogy, bro. So Hadar was essentially what I call a normal planet, and I just wanna clarify that on basically any normal planet, there's just one landmass, bro. They're not separated by fucking oceans. They're not separated by motherfucking imaginary lines. On any normal physical reality, bro, there's just one landmass. Just know that shit. I don't know if you fucking have experience with your past life and shit, but just know that shit. On normal planets, there's one landmass, bro. So imagine that this is Hadar, right? Hadar was a planet that was centered on unconditional love. You know, humans weren't living apart, or they're not humans, but you know, people weren't living apart from one another, bro, and everybody loved each other. There was community everywhere, bro. We weren't living separate for each other. So imagine this as just the one big landmass of Hadar, bro. It wasn't separated by millions of miles of oceans. It wasn't separated by imaginary lines saying, oh, this is your state, this is your side, this is your side, this is your state. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't separated by that. It was just one big landmass, right? That's what Hadar was like. And the rest of this shit, you could just imagine as water. So basically, this is the whole world, essentially. It's because all the humans, all the people live on this one motherfucking landmass, right? If something on Hadar was to happen on one side of the motherfucking planet, it's affecting this side of the planet too. It's actually affecting the entire fucking planet, bro, because we're all connected, bro. We're not separated by, you know what I'm saying, oceans. We're not separated by imaginary lines. Oh, hey, this is your side and this is my side. No, bro. We're not separated by motherfucking these fucking illusionary race concepts or whatever. We're not separated by that, bro. So when a disaster, when like something like disastrous as that happens on this side, it affects the whole motherfucking world. You best believe that on Hadar, if there was police brutality on one side of this planet, like right here, the entire motherfucking planet was ready to go to war with the government about that shit. You just know. That's just a normal planet, bro. You feel me? But you see how it's different on Earth, bro, because we're living so apart from one another, bro. We're living even in every little aspect, bro. Race, culture, you know what I'm saying? We live separate from one another, bro. So essentially, when police brutality happens here on Earth, nigga, like the only state that's really gives a fuck is like the state that it happens in. It's like New York and shit. Even if then, it's really only the black people, or like mostly only black people, right? The rest of the country is largely unaffected. They go about their day as if nothing even happened. They don't press protest or nothing. They don't give a fuck. So this is essentially what I'm saying, bro. This is essentially what I'm saying. On any normal planet, bro, if like a disaster was happening on one side of the planet, it's affecting the whole planet. You best believe on Hadar, nigga, if one part of the planet was getting carpet bombed, my nigga, I assure you, bro. I assure you, the entire fucking planet, this motherfucker is taking action on that shit, bro. I assure you, bro. You see how it's different on Earth, though, because we're separated by millions of miles of motherfucking ocean. And I just want to talk more about the culture aspect too, because one of the things that the person who answered the question, if we're going back to the question, if what if Earth was as big as Jupiter, he said that cultures would start developing independently from one another, bro. So on Hadar, let me give you a motherfucking, like, I'll give you a visualization of what the culture was like on Hadar. I don't know if you want to use the word culture, or it's just how people were on Hadar, bro. So the way that I can visualize it, bro, is imagine a black cookout, bro. Imagine a black cookout, a black get together, a black July 4th get together, bro. So imagine a black July 4th get together. If you ain't never been to one of those yourself personally, I'm just inviting you to use your imagination, right? So what do you visualize when you see a black cookout, a black get together? You see kids running around and shit, kids playing, kids shooting water guns at each other, bro. You got food, you know what I'm saying, on the grill, bro. You chopping it up with the neighbors, bro. You chopping it up with family, bro. You know, everyone's having a good time. There's music playing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's, mingling with one another, bro. It's just a good time. Everyone's having a ball. It's community, bro. Good food, music, hanging out, kids playing, community, bro. Kids running down the block, and you know what I'm saying, kids playing and shit, innocent kids playing and shit, just running down the block playing, being kids. That's what you think about when you think about like a black get together, basically. That's essentially what the entirety of Hadar was, bro. Instead of it just being one neighborhood, instead of it just being one family having that cookout, instead of it just being one block having that cookout, imagine Hadar is like the whole motherfucking planet having that cookout, bro. The whole motherfucking planet was like that. They had the same culture, bro. They was that connected. The same way that, you know what I'm saying, black people connected with one another, bro. It was the whole motherfucking planet was connected with one another, bro. The whole planet was a black cookout, bro. That's the way that I motherfucking like visualize that shit. That's the way I describe it to everybody, bro. And also on Hadar, it's also a very important distinction to make. But obviously on Hadar, bro, not everybody is the exact same. Everybody, they got different people that come from different experiences, different backgrounds and all this shit, different people and stuff. But what I'm saying is that they weren't living apart from one another, bro. Everybody was able to get together and have that motherfucking cookout. Imagine if everyone on Earth just had a motherfucking cookout together. You can't imagine it because right now we're living so far apart from that motherfucking reality. But on Hadar, bro, everyone was black and everybody was having black cookouts. That's the fucking analogy that I can basically think about when I think about Hadar and think about any normal planet, bro. You don't live apart from one another, then the whole fucking planet is essentially a black cookout. It's just harmony, bro. You live connected to each other. So if you black, you gonna know what I'm talking about here. But have you ever been like in a location where you wouldn't really expect to see other black people in, like you like maybe like a predominantly white location, or like going hiking or something, but like you go to like you in the midst of like this crowd of like people who you perceive that aren't like you finally see like a black person, and then you nod to them, you're like, hey, I see you, you acknowledge them. It's that sense of community, that unspoken sense of community, bro. Everyone on Hadar, bro, had that sense of community, bro. Everybody on Hadar looked at each other and they were like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the easiest way I can visualize is the type of community, the way that we look out for each other, one another, when it comes to the black community, bro. And how we just gotta, like, stay together and fight for one another, bro. It's literally the exact same on Hadar, bro, except all of life was like that, bro, even if they were individually distinct, because they understood that they're all one at the end of the day. You feel me? And it's like, man, when you experience Hadar, when you experience any other physical reality, like every minute detail is so different when we're not living apart from one another. Like every little thing about life, like every interaction, every small interaction. Like another analogy that I use when I describe people the culture of Hadar is Walmart, right? So I don't think there was Walmart on Hadar, bro, but we're just imagining that there was, right? So imagine Walmart. Everyone's at the grocery store. On Hadar, bro, you could literally walk up to a random stranger at Walmart, bro, and just start talking to them, bro. Just start having a conversation, bro, and they'll actually entertain it, bro, because we're not living apart from one another, bro. Here on Earth, nigga, imagine if you just walked up here, at least in America. Imagine if you walked up to a random nigga in Walmart and just started talking to them about your damn shit. They're literally gonna tell. They might even disrespect you, bro. They might be like, bro, why the fuck is? They might think in their head, why the fuck is this nigga talking to me? And then try to end the conversation, like, you know what I'm saying, as fast as possible, bro. It's like. But like I don't know how to describe this shit. It's like on Hadar, it was just so different, bro. Everybody was approachable, everybody was nice, everyone was a safe person, bro. But here, when we're living apart from one another, it's not the fucking same. Like I said, every minute detail was essentially different. So just even going to Walmart in Hadar is just completely different than on Earth. But it's not just Walmart, it's literally every little minute detail changes when we're not living so apart from one another. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wanted to share something that somebody else had shared on Instagram, and I follow them, and it's relevant to the video. But I just want you to think about what he says, right? He said, walk outside today and really pay attention. Not to the cars, not to the phone, not even to where you're going. Look at the people. You'll notice something strange. We don't look at each other. We pass each other like we don't exist. Eyes down, eyes on the phone, eyes everywhere except on each other. And if we do look, it's quick, guarded, almost like we're not supposed to. But ask yourself this: when did acknowledging another human become uncomfortable? When did a simple look turn into something we avoid? It's like we're all walking around invisible to each other and then wondering why we feel disconnected. This isn't about staring people down. It's not about being weird or intense. This is about presence. This is about saying, without words, I see you, you exist, you matter. Because the truth is, when we stop looking at each other, we slowly stop recognizing each other as human. And that changes everything. So here's something simple to work on, me included. Next time you're out, look up. Make eye contact just for a second. Not with judgment, not with fear, but with clarity, with respect. You might feel uncomfortable at first. That's okay, that's the point. Growth lives there. We don't need more division. We don't need more isolation. Maybe we need to just start seeing each other again, bro. Like, bro, maybe we just need to start seeing each other again, bro. Like, bro, this shit damn near made me fucking cry, bro. I swear to God, bro. It's like facts, bro. And I ain't even gonna lie, bro. It's just like talking about me for a second, bro. That's literally why. That's literally such a big motherfucking reason why I literally made this channel, bro. Is to help people feel seen, because we are literally living so apart from one another. But not only that, bro, this world is so massive, bro. It's so vast that you just get drowned out, bro. It's like there's no individuality anymore. You just become a part of the masses, bro. And then it's so easy to fall between the cracks. Like, I make these motherfucking videos to help people feel seen who feel like they fell through the cracks, bro. And, bro, I'm just here to let you know, bro, if you feel like you slip between the cracks, bro, if you feel like you're drowned out by the vastness of this world, if you feel like you're just a motherfucking drop in this fucking giant Pacific Ocean, bro, and nobody sees you, bro, I see you, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's 100 billion motherfuckers, bro. You are a profound individual soul, and I see you, bro. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of connection, bro. And you know what I'm saying, bro? It's just a shame that we live so far apart from one another, bro. And yeah, bro. Like, even right now, I just feel so far apart from you guys. Like, I literally just want to hug you guys, bro, and tell you, bro, I see you, bro. And yeah, bro, just try to bring people together, man, like, for real, because we spend all these motherfucking time living so far apart from one another, bro. Like, you know, we go around and we say, like, oh, that's their country, that's their country. Oh, America, this is my country. China, that's their country. India, that's their country, nigga. Oh, that's their land. Nigga, no, it's not their land, nigga. This is our world, bro. We are literally all a part of the same race, the human motherfucking race, bro. And, like, that's also literally why, like, oh, shit. That's literally also why, like, I say, like, it is literally, like, so essential for you to, like, get out of your home country and travel and see the rest of the world, bro, because you're not seeing other countries. You're seeing the rest of your world. There is no other country, bro. This is all your land, bro. You are fucking native to this planet, bro. And it's just a damn shame, I think, to be like, imagine if you live like 100 years old, bro, and then you die without, and you only like seen like a couple states in America. You ain't even see like the rest of the 99% of the world. It's not that you missed out on seeing other countries, nigga. You missed out on seeing 99% of your world, nigga. That's your land, bro. That's your earth, and you didn't even see it, bro. Like, imagine living in such a box, bro, where you just stay in one place all the time, bro, and you don't even see the rest of the world. That's literally your world, bro. Like, they literally create this illusion of separation, saying, oh, that's their country. Nigga, that's your country. That's your land. That's your world, bro. All of this shit is our world, bro. All of this shit is our world. We're humans, bro. So essentially, if you die without traveling, nigga, you basically died without seeing 99% of your own world, bro. Like, think about that shit for a second, bro. And this is why I stress that shit to everybody, bro, because travel is like a necessity, bro. That shit gonna change your life in like countless motherfucking ways. Like, the way that you think, bro, the way that you perceive everything, bro, it's just gonna shift, bro. Like, every little thing, bro, once you start seeing the rest of the world and how other people are living, bro. It's crazy, man. And I can just speak about us as Americans, bro. We tend to live in our own bubble. We don't even really think about, what I'm saying, what's going on in the rest of the world, bro. The rest of our world, bro. Like, for example, bro, not get off all the negative subjects, bro. Let's talk about just like the cultural differences. So, nigga, they said that in Jupiter, bro, cultures are gonna start developing independently. I don't know how the fuck he hasn't came to the conclusion that that's literally Earth, bro. Because I literally had made a friend with this Japanese person on Reddit one time, and I haven't talked to them in a while, bro. I hope they doing good, bro. But shit, bro. Um, they were kind of like much older than, or I said much older than me. No, this person must have been like probably like 10 years older than me, bro. That's not even fucking old. I'm 21, bro. Nigga, that's funny as shit, bro. But nah, bro, she wasn't much older than me, bro. But essentially what happened, bro, is that I forgot what we were talking about. I was just basically interested in how they came up, and how their life was different over there. They actually moved to America, I believe, when they were a teenager, bro. So, but I was just asking how growing up in Japan was, bro. I was like, oh, so I forgot what exactly we were talking about. We had got on some subject, and I was like, oh, you didn't experience this while you were in school as a kid? And then she just said, just casual as fuck, I didn't go to public school as a kid. I was raised in a temple. I was like, bro, what the fuck, bro? I was like, nigga, a temple, bro? Like, to an American mind, that shit don't even make any sense, nigga. Imagine being an American telling another American, oh, I didn't go to school. I was raised in a temple here in America. Like, nigga, that shit, like, the American mind cannot even comprehend that, bro. And it's like, it's so much like people on other parts of the world are literally living in all these interesting and astounding ways that we don't even think, because we're literally trapped inside of our own bubble, y'all. Like, think about that shit for a second, bro. Like, a fucking temple and not public school, nigga. Like, I don't know, like, that's normal to, like, that may be normal to everybody on the rest of the side of the world, but here in America we live in our bubble, so we can't really comprehend that shit, bro. So it's like, bro, when I first seen that shit, I'm pretty sure any American would be surprised when they say, like, hold on, you didn't go to school, you went to a temple? Like, what is that like? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, there's so many interesting individuals in so many different ways of life that we don't even really understand, or we haven't seen, or we can't even really fathom, bro. But it's all the more reason to travel, bro. You just got to go out and see it with your own eyes, bro. And I just wanted to take the time to oh fuck I just wanted to take the time to talk about one more aspect about this separation that we undergo on Earth, bro, and that's language, y'all. And like I said, bro, it's similar to the ocean in the sense that, even as like we were a baby, different languages have existed. So we grew up coming to think that this shit was normal, bro. But that shit is not normal. Gang, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, just a fun fact, bro, I'm half Filipino if you didn't know. So I was just looking this shit up the other day, but apparently there's over 120 languages in just the Philippine Islands alone. That small ass island, y'all. There's 120 different languages, not just dialects, 120 distinct languages, bro, in that one shit. Can we talk about how fucking profound that shit is, bro? And I don't think niggas really understand, like, the effect that shit has of us being separated by language. Because, for example, there's probably someone like me who's literally my counterpart, has the same thought process as me, has a lot of the same experiences and a lot of the same, wisdom as me, that, if I was to chop it up with him, if I was to have a conversation with him, it would probably be like one of the most profound conversations I would have. But the thing is, they live in India and they speak Indian, right? So if that person was in front of me right now, like, literally my counterpart. Same experiences, same wisdom, same knowledge. If he was in front of me, we literally cannot have a conversation with each other. We literally would not understand each other, regardless of how similar we are, because we're separated by language. Do y'all niggas understand how fucking profound it is? Like, I was just telling y'all about my Japanese friend and how she told me she was growing up in a temple, bro. If she hadn't have learned English, I would not have even known it, about the temple and shit, or about their experiences in Japan. Because you don't, like, think about that shit for a second. You typically don't hear about the Japanese experience from Japanese people unless you're lucky enough to find someone who happens to know English. But the large majority of them, you can't even fucking understand if they were right in front of you. Like, think about that shit for a second, bro. There's so many, like, if you're a spiritualist, bro, if you are somebody who's a spiritualist, bro, or we're all spiritual beings, bro, so you know how I feel about that term. We're all spiritual beings. But if you're someone who considers yourself a spiritualist, do you know how many profound motherfucking minds there are, bro, out there that you literally cannot even have a conversation with because language is literally separating y'all and you literally cannot understand one another, bro? Like, I was literally just thinking about this the other day, bro. There was this dude, he was talking in like Spanish, I believe. I don't know if it was Spanish, Portuguese. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, whatnot, but he was talking about Spanish. This nigga was, I couldn't understand what he was saying, but this nigga was literally talking about Christos consciousness. This nigga was doing heliotropic breathing, talking about Christ consciousness in fucking Spanish, bro. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, me and him will probably have like the most profound fucking conversation. But if he was right in front of me, bro, we literally would not understand each other because we're separated by language. Like, bro, is that shit not profound, bro? And I also want to talk about like social media and shit because social media paints an unrealistic image of the world when you only speak one language, y'all. Like, think about that shit for a second, y'all. For someone like me, I only speak English, right? And I'm gonna talk about like in the past, right? So I used to be a very misanthropic person. I used to hate humans, basically, because of I was projecting that negativity of my own experiences and how I was treated by Americans, basically. First of all, I said that I hated humans, bro, when in reality, that is such a close-minded thing to even say because I haven't even experienced realistically 0.001% of humans. I've only experienced such a small amount of people here in America. I've only experienced motherfucking Americans, bro, and I'm over here making a whole generalizing statement on humans when I literally haven't stepped outside of my box in America. Maybe it's just an American fucking problem. No, I'm not being racist, but like maybe it's just capitalism. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, this is literally what I'm saying, guys. Like, but basically what I'm saying is this. Think about this shit. If you only understand one language, the only people that you can understand on social media and the only people that you can intake shit from on social media is people who speak the same language as you. So essentially, all the other people who speak different languages and don't know how to, understand English, you essentially never fucking interact with them on social media. And all you know how to read is English. So you're only reading English on social media. You're only taking in perspectives from this limited amount of group of motherfucking people who speak English. Like, think about that shit for a second, y'all. There's so many people who have profound insights on this world, profound things to say, profound things that will blow your fucking mind that you literally have not seen because they speak another language. Or you might have seen someone type it out in another language that you fucking completely scroll past because you literally could not even understand what they were saying. You know what I'm saying? Is that not fucking crazy, bro? Like, I used to think social media was such a toxic, cancerous place, but what if it's just the English-speaking motherfucker? What if it's just the people that I come across that are Americans and shit and speak English? Like, we don't see the perspectives of the 99% of the rest of the world, bro. Like, bruh, this shit just crazy, gang. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Like, I was thinking about this shit not too long ago when I was watching this YouTube video, bro. It was like, I forget exactly what it was. He was like in New York, right? And you know, New York is diverse, bro. I definitely gotta go out to New York. I was actually born in New York, but I left when I was a baby. But he was just walking around doing content, right? He was offering basically $100 to random people. He was saying, hey, I'll give you $100 if you can, if you let me go home with you and if you cook me a meal. He approached this dude who I believe he was from Pakistan. I really hope I'm getting that right because I'm not sure. He was from a foreign country, Pakistan, something like that, or something like that. Fuck. He was from the Middle East, I believe, or I don't even know if Pakistan is. Okay, bro. He was from fucking Pakistan. Let's just say he was from Pakistan, and he came home with him, and he cooked him a Pakistani dish, right? He literally, this motherfucker, so first of all, he walked up to a bunch of people asking them, will you cook for me? Everybody said no except for this Pakistani dude. All the Americans said no. All the English speaking niggas said no. But the only person who said yes was this foreigner who, you know, most people would literally walk past the street without even saying anything or even looking at him. Like this is what I'm saying, bro. We literally walk past so many profound individuals, bro, every day without even looking at them or even thinking about it. Like we literally walk past thousands of them, bro. And this dude literally had the hospitality to cook him, to bring him home and cook him one of his home country meals, bro, that he enjoyed, bro, and invite him into his home with his roommate in it and shit, and shared a meal and broke bread with him. And it wasn't even about the money. It was just the hospitality type shit, bro. Like, nigga, this is the type shit I'm talking about. I literally was talking from such a limited misanthropic viewpoint, saying I hate humans, nigga, when there's literally entire fucking countries with separate cultures, with separate, you know, systems of hospitality, ways they like. There's probably like the country that this dude was from, I don't know if it was Pakistan or whatever, but I can guarantee you that entire fucking country was probably full of like-minded individuals who would just bring you home and break bread with you and just give you that hospitality, y'all. The world is full of those people from all kinds of countries, y'all. And we don't even see it because on social media the only language that we can understand is English, or at least me, right? So this is what I'm saying, bro. You could literally have like a whole large margin of people talking about the injustice of capitalism, talking about the injustice of their country, bro. And most Americans wouldn't even be able to even interact with that content because they're separated by a language gap, bro. We don't even really hear the perspectives of all these other people, what's going on of all these other people in the world, because we're separated by a language gap, bro. And all this motherfucking negativity we see on English, bro, is just on the internet. It's just English speaking. What really, it's the CIA, bro, like creating fake bots and making these fake ass accounts and shit. Like most niggas don't even understand. Y'all, these niggas that y'all be fucking arguing, there's really no point to argue with random strangers on the internet, but these niggas that y'all be arguing with be bots, bro. They don't even be real fucking people. Like, they be literal bots that are created to like separate us even further, y'all. These people are not even fucking real. It's literally like a bot. Like, I don't know if you guys have literally seen these bot farms literally creating fucking fake hateful comments and shit, literally to like boost engagement and get people like frustrated and shit, and just believe that we're more separate than we actually are, bro. Like, bro, this is the type of shit I be talking about, y'all. Like, we need to just start seeing each other as one, and we are one, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. We are the generation that is about to witness the shift to New Earth. This is hands down the craziest period of time to be alive on Earth in general, and in all of Earth's history, bro. This is the craziest time. This is the time that they prophesized about all them motherfucking years ago when they crucified Jesus' ass, and then fucking gave him that fake ass name Jesus, and they crucified his ass. They were literally prophesizing about this time right now when it literally changes, bro. Where we shift to New Earth, and they talk about the kingdom of God and shit, symbolism in the Bible. That's talking about New Earth, bro. Basically, when you know what I'm saying, good prevails and evil falls, basically, essentially, in fucking layman's terms, right? We're literally living in fucking historical fucking times. Like, this is, not only is this the craziest motherfucking time to be alive on Earth, this is the craziest physical reality, period. Earth is the craziest physical reality, period, to be alive on. If you are here right now listening to these words, what a fucking, can we just stop and just, like, smell the fucking flowers? What a motherfucking crazy physical reality we chose to sign up for, bro. Like, I just want to look at this motherfucking view. Can you even see this shit? It's like, fuck, bro. Look at this view with me, guys. I don't know if you can see the sun. Fuck the sun. It's like, fuck. Like, we chose to incarnate on a crazy motherfucking shit, y'all. Like, bruh. But it's actually a good thing, though, because like I said, bro, we're the generation that witnesses the fall of capitalism, bro. And soon shit is about to get real motherfucking different up in here. You could trust and believe that shit. But anyways, y'all, back to the video. Anyways, you guys, look at how the fucking sun is hitting me right now. God damn, boy. Gee Wilkers, my nigga. But anyways, bro, I think I'm going to end the motherfucking video right there. I just wanted to talk about the magnitude of this motherfucking shit that we all signed up for by agreement, my nigga. I ain't even gonna lie. If you are watching this shit from a first person point of view right now, and if you watching this shit right now and you up being alive, being a human right now, shout out to you, my nigga. I love you, bro. And yeah, bro, what a big motherfucking world we live in. Like, bro, it's ineffable, bro. It's beyond words, my nigga. Like, I'm somebody who like struggles with like articulation, bro. I don't think like I really even conveyed how motherfucking profound this entire fucking physical reality really is, y'all. Like, it's too big, man, and life is too short, bro. Like, just love everyone, y'all. Love everybody, bro. Spend time with family, spend time with friends, forgive, bro, and just live, man. Oh my God, I'm getting chills, bro. Holy fuck. Forgive and love everyone, man. Life is too short and this life shit is too big, bro. You know, it's only a matter of physical time before we end up back to source, man. So the only logical option while you're here is to love everyone, man. Is to have fun, bro. Live. Be free. You know what I'm saying, guys? I love all of you, man. And thank you for, you know what I'm saying, tuning into the Yap session today. Like I said, man, if you're new to the channel, bro, what's up, bro? Definitely, you know, fuck with me and join the community, bro. If you're returning, bro, I want to thank you for supporting me. And I want to say, once again, thank you to all my supporters. You guys literally, like, I love you guys so fucking much. And thank you for turning me up. Turn me up, don't turn me down. Thank y'all, bro. Like, y'all turn me the fuck up, bro. I swear to God, when I read y'all these comments, bro, that shit literally lights, like, my whole fucking heart on fire, bro. Like, I literally will sit there rereading them fucking comments over and over. Like, I love you guys, bro. I love the inhabitants of Earth, man. And, yeah, I love you all. I'm sending you hugs, bro. And, yeah, have a good day, everyone. Just ending the Yap session.